Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXDBS, and today we're going to be coming at you quick with some EU news from their national tournament. It's been a little bit since I made a video on this channel. Had to take a quick break for the mentals, you know what I'm saying? Nats is close at hand, and there's just some things we had to kind of prep for. So that being said, we're going to start off crisp and clean for this new week. We just actually had the EU finals be done. We also were able to see France's spread for the top. You guys already saw Italy before, so we got a lot of information to dive into. Real quick, as we are going into that, I just wanted to say that we are still doing a lot more content. As more Battle Spirits news comes out, we'll be reporting on that. One Piece is right around the corner, so we should have some box openings when I come back from the Nationals event. I'll be leaving on Thursday, coming back Monday, so should be able to come clean off of that with some box openings for One Piece. Should be good. Past that, we're just doing a lot of things here in Universe X. We are streaming a lot on Twitch. Right now I've been streaming Pokemon Scarlet. We're gonna get into some competitive streaming there, so if you want to do anything when it comes to that, just go down in the description. We'll probably have some party raids, you know, where we go in and do some of the raid dungeons if you guys want to join me on stream. All should be a good time. Now, that being said, if you want to support the channel with a brand, you know, we got that Discord, you can come and talk in. You could like the video, comment, let us know how it's doing, subscribe to the channel or any of the other channels where I produce content. Now, jumping into this stuff. So, looking at the stuff, plugged into a couple of groups, and also shout out to all the people putting things together. This particular chart goes out to Wojciech Mikos. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but guy just basically just showed the top 16, 80% red. That's right, 80% red, 12%, almost 13% blue, with 6% green. And the way that breaks down in the European Nats is 10 Sin Shenrons, 3 Gogeta Xenos, or sorry, Gogeta GTs, 1 Beerus, shout outs to the boy playing out of his mind with that one, 1 Gamma, and then you have 1 Turtle School. How did Turtle School get there? We don't know. This is the deck list I want to see. I'm gonna go back and see if they put them on stream, and they had to have with that rise coming through there, but that is crazy. We expected to see the Sin and the Gogeta there. We just did. We also expect to see some blue. And so it's a little weird that, like, you know, only 1 Beerus and 1 Gamma got through, but to be completely real, right now, when it comes down to it, a blue deck before Fighter's Ambition needs to be drawing well and playing out of their mind to contend with just decent, solid hands from a decent player playing Sin Shenron or Gogeta. So, the one thing I do want to point out, just in case you aren't aware, while they had the same ban list, since Europe wasn't getting their Fighter's Ambition until a little too close to Nats, they do not have access to Fighter's Ambition. So some of these decks are kind of depowered. Like Gamma, for instance, gains a lot of support from this. And to know that Gamma ended up going through and winning Nationals for the EU, that's actually a huge, huge point, because a lot of people felt like Gamma was a non-factor until Gamma got Fighter's Ambition. Well, over in the EU, Gamma is topping and narrowly winning the entire event, showing you that Gamma still has gas, even before it gets the new Gohan Floodgate, the new options from the Z deck. There's a lot to look at. So then we're going to go over and look at the French breakdown. Now, this one was put up by Jus Organise. I can't pronounce that. I can't pronounce that. Like I used to speak French in high school, and I'm not going to trust that. But the point is, we're looking at the top 16, very, very similar. 5 Gogeta GTs, 7 Sin Shenrons. You've got 1 Crimson Warrior Goku. That one's very surprising. You've got 1 Monkey Goku from the reboot. That's 1 yellow deck. Interesting. 1 Gamma 1 and 2, and then 1 Starter Deck Pan. Very surprising Starter Deck Pan, but then again, Starter Deck Pan didn't lose any of its core. It just lost its supplementary red cards. So that's pretty cool on its own. Now, one thing that we're seeing here is that between both of these, before Fighter's Ambition came out, but with the Fighter's Ambition pretty much ban list, we are seeing that, of course, Sin Shenron and Goku and Vegeta SS4 are doing what we expected them to do. They are more than half of the top 16, about 3/4 of the top 16, actually closer to like 4/5 of the top 16, with the other decks trailing behind. Now, the interesting thing is we have seen that the second most concentrated color outside of red has been blue. It's been a small margin, but it's been blue. Then we are seeing that there is room for fringe. Like in France, we are seeing that Monkey Goku did sneak through, and that's pretty cool. Now, this is where the big shebang goes. The trends, blue can sneak in there. Blue can ball with these. We're also seeing that, of course, red's doing red. Now, when it comes to gamma right now, what we're seeing is that, and if you watch the stream, you should know too, Gamma has a better Sin matchup than it does a Gogeta matchup. If Gamma survives the first 2 turns of Sin or so, first 2-3 turns, they can stabilize pretty hard against Sin. But with Gogeta, Gamma has a much harder time surviving that onslaught as the game goes by. A lot of these red decks also, between the Rush Attack Vegeta and some of the things that you can get in the next set, they're having a very, very easy time playing under Dirty Burst. So, this is going to bring me to the next point, which is where it kind of ties in with our, nationals, the USA nationals / candidates about to happen in just a week. So, moving into USA / Canadian nationals, I still definitely expect to see a lot of red there. But the very interesting thing that I did not see in any of these tournaments was while Vegito was still doing its thing, Vegito wasn't ending any of these events in top 16. Now granted, it's only 2 that I'm talking about right now, but I expected to see a little bit more Vegito in there. I guess consistency as well as player choice had a lot to do with it, but we're gonna see if that trend is going to be different here. I think Vegito might be a lot more popular here than it is in the European scene, but who knows? Maybe this is the trend. Maybe this is showing that over the course of an 8, 9, 10 round tournament, Vegito isn't going to make it there on consistency alone. Past that, while Gogeta as well as Sin may be prevalent, very, very prevalent, I think this is going to be a huge W for Gamma's playability. A lot of people are already testing Gamma, seeing if Gamma was viable. But what we're starting to see now is that even before their new buff, Gamma can put in work against this predominantly red format. Which means that once this comes out and Gamma has another floodgate, more Z battle, bombs to drop, Gamma's going to be sitting at a position where it can play incredibly well. And this is going to be a huge part. If you have not been practicing against Gamma, you need to, because not only is Gamma a threat that lots of people are eyeing on the side, people now can see that Gamma has what it takes to stand at the top. So I would highly suggest looking at this. If you're playing Gamma and you thought you were Rogue, you need to start understanding that you may face way more mirror matches than you previously intended to. Now you do see Monkey Goku here. I think that Monkey Goku is kind of in a weird, precarious place because I think Monkey Goku did have the ability to play well versus Sin and Gogeta, but Monkey Goku may not have the same strength against Gamma, and that may make Yellow into a little bit of a weird place. Yellow still has decks like Monkey Goku as well as Trunks Vegeta, but you're gonna have to have a lot of player experiences and tech exceptionally well and see your right matchups to end up at the top. But it does look like red versus blue will be the main theme of the US Nationals. Red was already very popular, but a lot of people are looking to not play red if they don't have to. If they think they can win with other colors, they're definitely going to try. So when it comes to that, you're gonna see a lot of blue here. I told you guys that I was expecting to see SS3, Beerus, maybe a little sprinkles SS4 and Gamma, but now I think that you're gonna see a whole lot of Gamma, maybe some fringe SS3, and maybe some fringe Beerus. But Gamma's about to be one of the main decks to beat, to the point where I do now think that we are going to be seeing the triangle solidified into SS4, Goku and Vegeta, Sin Shenron, Gamma, and those will be the top 3 dogs to beat with everything else being under it. The weird part though is that SS4, Goku and Vegeta and Sin are aggro decks that can play a very strong mid game and close it out well too. Whereas Gamma is a very, very powerful mid game deck that can extend into a strong late game. It's early game, But this is actually a really interesting place to be in, because if Gamma stabilizes on Sin, the game is over. If Gamma stabilizes on SS4 Gogeta, there are points where you might be able to slip in, slip out. It really depends. However, we're sitting at a point where US Nationals is shifting even a week out before. Now, if you're doing your testing, you might have already known some of these decks were on the rise, and lots of people have known Gamma was a much bigger threat. But I just think that Gamma is a deck that a lot of people already had built from last format. The prices dropped hard enough to where if you didn't flip it almost immediately, you didn't really get to flip it at all. So I think a lot of people have spare Gamma pieces lying about, and if that's the case, you only need to pick up a few pieces from the new set to have a deck that very well could be a meta contender. If Gamma is winning Nationals in Europe, it could definitely top Nationals in the USA, especially seeing is that, like, it's stronger than it is here. And Sen and Gogeta don't really change from this format to the format we have, per se. However, Gamma will. So I'm looking very much so forward to this. This is going to be a really crazy Nationals, and we're really going to need to tech harder than ever. But this is just my Nationals update. I might have one more video between now and then. I want to say make sure that you go down in the description and look at my One Piece giveaway. We're going to be doing a lot there, and it's still going on, still need to add more names. And then last but not least, I also wanted to say that I'll be coming up with like little videos and live things from, you know, Nationals. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are gonna be along for the ride. Hopefully we'll be able to snatch some deck profiles. There's gonna be a lot of good people there looking for deck profiles themselves, you know, Eggman, Joey. We're gonna have a lot of people looking for that content, but I'm gonna hopefully be able to bring some back to you. So thanks, I will see you guys next time. Later.